Lesson 1. Nothing means anything, and that's the freedom. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. At first glance, this lesson might feel unsettling. How could Jesus, or the voice of truth, say that nothing means anything? After all, don't the objects around us hold value? Don't they carry memories, purpose, and identity? But let's pause and really ask, what meaning do these things truly have, apart from the meaning we give them? Why nothing means anything? When you look at a table, a chair, a pen, or a body, what are you really seeing? You're not seeing the object as it is, you're seeing your interpretation of it. This is my chair, it's comfortable. This pen is important, I use it for my work. This body is mine, it defines me. But is that true? Or have you simply assigned meaning to these things? This first lesson invites you to see the world without your projections. It asks you to step back and recognize that everything you've labeled, judged, or categorized is inherently neutral. Any meaning it seems to have comes entirely from you. Comfortable leisure, not ritual. Why does Jesus ask for a sense of comfortable leisure? Because this exercise isn't about forcing anything. It's not about trying to convince yourself that things are meaningless. It's about gently noticing how much meaning you've assigned to everything. If you rush or become ritualistic, you're missing the point. This lesson isn't about performing a task perfectly. It's about quietly observing how much weight you've placed on the external world. A minute or two, twice a day, is enough to begin unraveling the illusion. Why indiscriminate application matters. This lesson tells us to apply the idea indiscriminately to everything we see, no matter how big, small, valuable, or mundane. Why? Because the ego loves to create hierarchies. This object is important, that one is not. This situation matters, that one doesn't. This person is special, that one is not. But truth is absolute. If one thing is meaningless, then all things are meaningless. If one situation is neutral, then all situations are neutral. By applying this lesson to everything equally, you begin to see through the ego's illusions of separation and importance. What do things really mean? Here's the question this lesson asks you to explore. If these objects don't inherently mean anything, where does their meaning come from? The answer: it comes from you. The world you see is a projection of your mind. Every object, every situation, every interaction carries the meaning you've assigned to it. Without your interpretations, the world is neutral, a blank canvas. This isn't a loss, it's freedom. If the world is neutral, you're not bound by its symbols. You're not enslaved by your judgments or attachments. You're free to see things as they truly are. Expressions of love, or calls for love. Why this lesson matters. When you're at the end of your life, you don't cling to objects or accomplishments. You don't ask for your favorite chair or a pile of money. What do you ask for? Connection, love, peace. Because that's what truly matters. The rest, the phones, the sofas, the shadows, were never real in the first place. They were placeholders for something deeper, something eternal. A meaningless world and a new beginning. This is a meaningless world, but not in a nihilistic sense. It's meaningless because we've cluttered it with false meanings. This first lesson isn't about despair, it's about clearing the slate. It's about seeing the world for what it is, a reflection of your mind, waiting for you to assign it new meaning. What if, instead of assigning fear, judgment, or attachment to the world, you assigned it peace? What if, instead of seeing objects as possessions, you saw them as neutral tools for learning? That's the gift of this lesson. It's not telling you to reject the world. It's inviting you to see through it and remember what's real. Final thoughts. What does it mean if nothing you see means anything? It means you're free. Free to let go of your attachments, your judgments, your fears. Free to stop seeing the world as a source of suffering and start seeing it as a classroom for awakening. So, what say you? Does the table mean anything? Does the chair? The pen? If you believe they do, ask yourself, what meaning have I given it, and why? Because the truth is this: if not you, then who? And if not love, then what?